Tree Talking Time is brought to you by Conkey's Outdoors and Stone Creek Hound Supply. Be sure to check them out for all your hound hunting needs. Welcome to Tree Talking Time, where we talk all things tree dogs, from the smallest feists to the largest hounds, treating squirrels to bears and everything in between. And from time to time, we might even run a little fast game. Welcome back to another episode of Tree Talking Time. Before we get started with this episode, I just want to remind you that the summer giveaway is going on, so make sure you hop over to treetalking.com to buy your shirt to get entered. First place is an ultralight briar-proof jacket from Stone Creek Hound Supply, a JC custom coon squaller from Red Fern Hound Supply, a 1-year subscription of Full Cry. Second place is a coon squaller and some swag from Conkey's. So make sure you head over to treetalking.com, buy a shirt, get entered. Thanks.
I got Snickers back in, she's 11 years old. Got her about a year old. And so I got to go to Kentucky to get her. Randy Hessen had her and sold her down there. And he kept her for a while for his dad and kept the tail on. And then they ended up abandoning the tail. And then sent her to Kentucky. And that guy decided he wasn't going to hunt no more. So I ended up buying her about a year old.
Okay.
Oh, and she's out of Thunder Sport Cane and has his little Maddie.
I hunted with the guy that had Maddie originally.
Randy had.
No, not yeah. Randy. The guy that Randy got Maddie from.
Okay.
The guy that owned Miller's Lightning Storm. I forget his.
Yeah.
I forget his first name. Maddie was like 6 months old. He had brought Lightning to a WTDA hunt and was telling me about her and was like, "Yeah, this pup's real nice," you know. And sure enough, pretty soon after that, Randy ended up with her.
Yeah. Yep, she was one of a kind. I think he killed like 150 coon every season with her.
Nice. And she was she was out of Miller's Lightning Storm and a Walker female from.
Yeah, some stylish Walker dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was the dog. I mean, she was the best coon dog in this area for a long time. Probably still was. I mean, she treated a pile of them.
And you don't live in like flat, nice country either.
No, it's pretty rugged and high walls and brush and briars.
Not quite West Virginia, but looks real similar.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, she was the best. And then Kane, he was the best squirrel dog for a long time. They made that cross. I mean, that's something to get, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That pup I was into.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get too far into this, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. I'm Garrick Schaad from Stockport, Ohio, down southeastern Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I cut timber and log for about 30 years now.
Okay.
So I got a wife and 3 kids and 1 grandbaby.
There you go. And a bunch of dogs. Now, yeah. Was Snickers your first cur dog, or?
She was my first good one.
Okay.
I had 2 or 3 that just didn't make it, and then I went down, got her out of Kentucky, and brought her home, and she ended up doing me a pretty good job, and she was a close hunting dog, but she didn't pass nothing up. She treated all the squirrels and all the coons, and that's how she won a lot of hunts. She would go in there and get treed and stay, and dogs run past her and try to outrun her, and you know they'd be in there half a mile treed, and shoot, she's in there 100 yards treed with a coon or a squirrel. I mean, she did that a lot.
Yeah. Now, had you run anything other, any coonhounds or anything, beagles or anything else before you got started with the cur dogs?
I had some coon dogs back when I was in high school. I think I started in 3rd or 4th grade with coon dogs, and I had a bunch of junk. If we treated a possum, that was impressive. Or had a groundhog in a hole that night, that was something. But it took me till probably 16, 17 before I had a decent dog, and then it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
But I didn't know nothing about squirrel hunting.
Mm-hmm.
I just coon hunted and did a little bear hunting in West Virginia. And
yeah.
I liked that a lot.
I'm right there with you.
So it's a lot of fun down there.
Mm-hmm. Now, what kind of coonhounds were you running back then?
Some English mixed up dogs and some plot dogs.
Okay.
So, my English dogs was the best. My English mixed up dogs, and they was, towards the end, they was pretty good dogs. They killed several coons there at the end, before I quit there.
Mm-hmm. How long of a break did you take between hunting them and getting in the squirrel dogs?
Probably about 10 years. I took a break, and my boy said, "Dad, let's get a coon dog." I said, "No, let's not do that. I've been down that road, and I get addicted real quick." He talked me into it, and we went and got a couple of squirrel dogs and a couple of coon dogs, and I got built back up with a bunch of dogs, and then nothing was any good.
Yeah.
Then I went down and got Snickers and started treating game again.
You saying that makes me feel like I'm not alone, because a lot of people I have on here, they tell the story of how they got their first dog, and it's just the greatest dog ever, and it spoils them. And I'm like, it took me forever to get a good one.
Oh, me too. It takes a long time.
It seems like the only luck I have is bad luck for the most part. More often than not, if I get a pup, it ain't turning out.
Yeah, I don't know why it is either, because, you breed the best you can find, the best of the best, and it just don't work.
No, it doesn't always work. That's for sure.
Just got to keep trying and keep trying.
Yeah. Well, back to Snickers. What all did you win with her?
I got won four world titles.
Wow.
One was, I can't remember for sure. I kind of quit when she was 2 or 3 and bred her, but she won a coon hunt, maybe a couple of coon hunts and a couple of squirrel hunts. The first squirrel hunt, I remember that when it was I was in Pennsylvania. The final hunt was one guy from Michigan, one guy from Virginia, and I was in Ohio. And I ended up getting reserve that day.
Okay, nice.
I went against the HD dog, and I can't remember the other dog. It was a red dog out of Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up getting reserve, and it rained all day that day.
Ooh, lovely weather.
Yeah, it was nasty, but it was a good hunt and a good time, and I think she was 2 at the time, and she wasn't real old.
Mm-hmm.
And then I retired her real early. I bred her to Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was 2 or 3 when I bred her. The first cross was a really good cross. I had 5 out of 6 make some nice dogs, and then I had the one that didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Eagle, that's Michael Lovejoy's dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a Geronimo grandson, right? Or son?
Yeah.
Son or grandson?
Yeah. Yeah, son.
I knew something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a heck of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think he won 5 or 6 world hunts, and
yeah,
he was pretty nice. I had 2 pups out of that I put in hunts, and one was king size, one was bite size.
Okay.
That was kind of, one was big and one was little. So I thought, well, one's big and little, king and bite. And,
yeah.
And then I ended up selling bite size to Kelly B on, and I kept king size, and I started putting king in the hunts, and he did pretty good. I think I won 2 or 3 world hunts with him, and he was a real purdy dog. I put him in some shows, and he won a lot of shows. And then a lady wanted to take him up north, put him in one of them shows with the red carpet. And I said, I don't care, whatever. I'm not big in shows. And went up there and I beat several dogs, ended up getting beat by a poodle. I just laughed about that. I got beat by a poodle. That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a coon dog and a squirrel dog. I mean, he'd go in there and find one. It didn't matter if it's half a mile. He'd go get it.
Now, at that point, you're, technically still a treeing cur, but mostly mountain cur blood
Yeah,
with just a shot of
yeah,
Walker way back.
yeah. The Walker went back to Matty.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was like 1/8,
Yeah.
1/8 Walker and the rest cur. He had to stay put with a Walker and mouth from a Walker and a cur brain.
There you go.
You could find them.
Sounds like a pretty good combination, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like a quarter to an eighth
Okay.
Walker and then the rest cur.
Gotcha.
He ended up dying at, I think he was 5 years old. He had a cold thing in your throat that the flapper in your throat wasn't working right, and he would drink water and choke and
Oh,
eat
geez.
dog food and get sick, and he just went downhill from there and couldn't eat or breathe.
Man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so he didn't make it long. So then I got another dog I called Mo, and he was Geronimo and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had like 5 shots of Thunder in him and a couple of shots of Geronimo, and he went back to the old Mohawk dog and
Mm-hmm.
got to hunting him a lot, breeding him, and he ended up making a really nice dog.
Now, what's he out of?
He was directly out of Mohawk and Cabin Creek Molly,
Okay.
and he was pure original mountain cur.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know if he was off of Snickers or something from your stock because, I mean, granted,
no,
all them Geronimo and Thunder dogs, they look very similar, so that's why I wasn't sure.
yeah, and that's the line of breeding I like. I like a lot of Geronimo and Thunder and
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of Walker dog in them.
Yeah. No, I've hunted with a lot of Thunder bred dogs, and I had a Geronimo son that probably would have made something if he would have had a better owner.
Yeah,
I had him when I was young and dumb and didn't know what I was doing.
yep, it's easy to do. Yep, takes a lot of time, don't it?
Oh yeah, and actually he would have been something he was a little heavier. He was at a Geronimo and a Walker.
Okay.
He looked pretty houndy, and he was tricolor, but mostly black. And a lot of people didn't know any better. Like, oh, why's your Walker got a bobtail? I'm like, well, because he's half mountain cur.
Yeah, I like that lineup there. It seems to work pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, if I could turn back time, I wouldn't mind having him again, knowing what I know now.
Yeah,
Probably could have done something with him. So, like I said, you live and you learn. Unfortunately, most people ruin a few dogs along the way, and
that's true.
He was one of the ones I ruined.
Yeah, it's hard to. And I still make mistakes too with dogs, and maybe not enough patience to what I should have in them, and
yeah.
But you can only do so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Now, did you ever breed Snickers again besides the Eagle?
I bred Eagle twice.
Okay.
And the first litter was awesome. In my opinion, the second litter just wasn't so good.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
I don't know why that was, but that's the way it worked. And then I bred to another dog, be a pup out of Miller's Lightning, named Ice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, I'd go back that direction, and I had one decent pup out of that litter, and the rest it just in my opinion wasn't so good.
Gotcha.
Then I went to Mo. I bred to my Mo dog, and I got a really nice pup out of that. And a couple of them made decent dogs, and I think one or two got in by a coyote or something and had some trouble. But yeah, that was a pretty decent cross.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So what are you hunting now?
Oh, it's a pup out of Mo, and a cane female would be out of all the Deep River stuff. Deep River and Cane.
Mm-hmm.
I called her Candy, Deep River Candy. And I got a pup out of her and Mo, and it's got a lot of Geronimo and Cane and Walker dog, and
doesn't the Deep River stuff have some walker in it?
Yeah, I think it's
That's
a
what I
lot
thought.
of walker in it.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. Pretty good tree dogs, really,
Good.
with a voice too. I mean, they got heck of a voice
Mm-hmm.
and a heck of a nose too. Really, I mean, they've been doing a lot of winning too in the USDC department,
Yeah.
NSD, and all.
I know you used to hunt a lot in WTDA. You hunted any in the NSD or anything like that?
A couple NSD. I did the NSD. Well, I had Snickers in it early.
Okay.
She was 2 or 3. And I like the NSD. It seems to be a pretty good program. I haven't been in any much here lately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wanting to this fall. I want to try some more NSD hunts.
Okay. It's not like we have a whole lot of NSD hunts up this way anyway.
Yeah.
I would say WTDA was kind of the big thing around us. You know, PA, Ohio, West Virginia,
Yeah. Well,
for a long time, and with not as many of them around, it just doesn't seem like anything's really picked up where they left a hole.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Everybody's kind of running these NSD hunts, and that's about it, really. I mean, the bigger ones.
Mm-hmm. There's that.
Yeah.
There's a club down your way that's holding some UKC hunts. I know.
Yeah, they are at Morgan County Coon Hunters Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hunting. They're having a lot of squirrel hunts and coon hunts, and about every weekend, really.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say they're probably one of the more active UKC clubs, especially in this area.
Yeah. Yeah, they have several UKC hunts and coon and squirrel, and and they had a couple NSD hunts there last winter.
Okay. Who's your next big winner? Who do you think?
I'm hoping my gunner dog, which is back to Mo and Candy.
Okay.
He'll get in there and find one.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of goes a little deeper than he should sometimes, but I can push the button. He can make a U-turn if I'm not wanting to walk that far.
Yeah. I was just telling somebody that that's one of the things I like about mine. I said I can make them come back real quick. Just a little tone button.
Yeah, that's nice.
Conkeys Outdoors is proud to be a sponsor of Tree Talking Time. Family, hunting, tradition is the Conkeys motto. They understand the importance of passing down the tradition of hound hunting. They are a family-owned business that treats you like family. They also understand the importance of having the gear you need when you need it. Conkeys carries everything for your next hunt, and it ships to your door quick. They also offer great warranties on all tracking systems and financing options. Check them out at conkeys.com. You can also use the code TreeTalkingTime5 in all caps to save as well. You know, I can appreciate people that like the hard-going dog that you can't get except for on a tree, but depending on where you live, whether it's rough or like where I live, it's a lot of it's more just small property sizes, and it's not like you're going to be on the next farm. You're going to be in someone's backyard. So
yeah,
I turn them around because I don't want to end up in someone's backyard tree and, you know, the coon that's eating the cat food.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So that's why I turn mine around most of the time. Like I said, it's not that they're just going onto another property that's another farm. It's usually headed for someone's house.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Can't get away from them around me.
Oh, around here, I hunt a lot of public ground where I don't have people problems and trespassing problems, and and they can normally go a half mile to a mile, kind of either direction, or sometimes further.
Yeah. You have a lot of public ground right there around you?
Yeah, we got a lot of public. But it ain't nothing fun. It's high walls and brush, and nothing easy about it.
Yeah.
It's nothing you want to go hunt.
Well, there's a lot of country around you that I wouldn't want to go hunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've coon hunted down there I don't know, twice. And I don't think I had a whole lot of fun either time.
Yeah.
Actually, the last time wasn't too bad. It was just a little warm.
Yeah.
That was actually earlier this spring, but then I hunted down in your country, I don't know, 14, 15 years ago when I was just getting started. A buddy of mine lived down in Morgan County, actually, and I went home with him one weekend, and we went coon hunting with his cousin. And I never saw them walker dogs after we turned them loose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to get we had an old dog. We used to say we had to take a helicopter to follow him.
Yeah.
I think that's what it would take some of these places.
Well, he still was running beep beeps back then. You know, Garmin's were around, but he hadn't made the switch. They were still fairly new. You know, they'd been out for a couple years, but he was still running beep beeps, and his signal was bouncing all over. We're going all over the place trying to find them, and finally he's like, "There's only one place they could be," and he goes, "And it ain't pretty, so I'll take you guys home first." It's like,
yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. Who was that?
Loudon Drake.
Okay, yeah.
I talked to him about a year ago. He still has some walker dogs, he said.
Yeah. Yeah, he always had pretty good dogs.
Yeah, he hunts. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I used to give him a hard time telling him cur dogs are better.
Yeah. Yeah. Tree coons behind the walker dogs.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about Snickers? I would say Snickers kind of put you on the map, and, you know, like you said, she was your first good one, and you did a lot of winning with her.
She was just reliable and didn't make no mistakes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When she treed, she stayed. And that was the biggest thing. She treed and stayed. I mean, that was a big thing. That was a big thing 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, all these dogs would tree a minute or two and leave. And when she was treed, she was treed. And then her older years, I let her run around the house, and I'd get her off a tree in the morning, you know, before I get to work, and shoot the coon out, and we'd walk back to the house, and I'd go to work. But she was a stay put dog, and she didn't go past nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If there was 5 coon in the cornfield, she treated all 5, and that's just the way she was. She didn't run past coons. She treated them all, or treat all the squirrels, and I guess that was her specialty.
Yeah. Do you coon hunt or squirrel hunt more?
Now I do more squirrel hunting
mm-hmm.
than I do coon hunting, just because getting up early and getting old. And I like to go coon hunt, but I just don't get a chance to do it like I used to.
Gotcha.
Probably age and laziness.
I understand.
Well, if somebody would call and I want to go, I would go and have fun, enjoy it. It's just next day is not so fun.
Yep. No, I get it. And usually, if I go hunt by myself, I'm one drop and I'm done. But if I end up hunting with a buddy or two, it's usually a longer night.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a lot of fun. We have fun while we're out there, but the next morning isn't as pleasant.
Yeah. You know. Remember one of the last nights of Coon Hunter King, he was 800 yards tree, and I thought, man, it's 2:00 in the morning. What am I doing out here, you know?
Yep.
I got there by myself, and he's treed. I go, well, I guess I'll go get him. Yes. It's addicting, you know, if you like it.
Oh, for sure. What are those pups you got out of?
They're out of my gunner dog and a Sioux female I got.
Okay.
I call her the walker dog. She looks like a walker dog, and a real nice tree dog and real accurate dog. End up breeding them too. And
now, what's she out of?
Oh, she goes back to Eagle.
Okay.
And, I'm not 100% sure about the walker dog.
Gotcha.
She's a granddaughter out of Eagle. I put a lot of Geronimo and Thunder and walker dog top and bottom on this cross, and you don't see how they do.
Yeah. No, they were good looking pups.
Yeah, thank you.
And I've been wanting to call you for a while, and then you post those pups. I was like, oh yeah, been meaning to get in touch with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you called.
Like Chuck said, it's pretty. That Geronimo puts his mark on them.
He does, yeah.
Black and white pups.
Yeah.
Maybe a little brindle, but it's hard to see.
Yep, that's true.
No, I always like the looks of Geronimo.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like he got brains too,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Brains. They can go find stuff. They can go find game and get under it quick and stay and all the good stuff.
Yeah. Now I stopped down there and I had them on the podcast last summer, and we went out for a short hunt with Crazy Horse, and he can go.
Yeah.
Like you said, he can get under something quick.
Yeah. Yep. I've been watching their YouTube videos, and I kind of like that.
Yeah. Chuck's been doing great with that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because Adam will tell you, he goes, that's all Dad.
Yeah.
He goes, that whole website years ago, he goes, that was all Dad. He goes, I just hunt the dogs. He goes, Dad's the promoter.
Yeah.
Which, you would think it would have been the opposite.
Yeah, it's true.
But Adam's like, nope. No, but they put a lot of time and effort into their breeding program, and so's Alan, and
yeah, they do.
I've produced a lot of good dogs. Heck, you'd be hard pressed to find an original mountain cur right now that does not have a shot of any Thunder breeding.
Yeah.
Between the Loudons, Hummer, all the dogs that Alan's produced. Heck, Hummer alone you'd be hard pressed to find an OMCBA dog that doesn't have Hummer in it somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's true. Hummer goes back to Tank, and Tank goes back to Allen stuff. So
yeah. Well, Tank and Geronimo were brothers, weren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Just keep adding that stuff back and forth, and keep putting it in there.
Yep. They've done a lot for the breed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then crossed on some Walker dogs. It sounds like it makes some good train curs.
It does. Yeah, I like them.
Now, do you have a preference on like your Walker blood?
No, I don't. I really don't know. I'm liking the Deep River stuff, but I don't know a lot about the Walker dogs, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
So I'm just kind of still learning that breed. There's a bunch of them out there.
Oh yeah. There's a pile of Walkers, and there's a lot of good ones. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You can trip over a Walker, and find a good one.
Yeah, that's true.
There's just so many of them.
Yeah, the pile of them. And they're tree dogs. I mean, what I've been around, most of them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some of them slick treers, but they're tree dogs.
That's gotten better through the years. That was real bad at one point. And,
yeah.
They still carry, for all the Walker haters, they still carry that, reputation, but they have gotten better.
Yeah. Yep.
Josh Michaelis, who works for Joy Dog Food over there, he likes to beat on the statistics to try and disprove that, that, and I'll give it to him. Numbers don't lie. And when he's talking top Walker dogs in the country, because the majority of the dogs that are winning the big hunts are Walkers, and he's talking numbers, they don't slick tree much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they've done a good job breeding them and getting them better, and they're a lot better than they used to be.
If they were slick treeing, you wouldn't see people taking them to every truck hunt and $100,000 hunt.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
I'm still a cur dog man, but I see what they do, and I have to applaud the guys that are putting that time into them. That's for sure.
Yep, yep. Yeah, and they know they're breeding. They're doing a good job breeding them Walker dogs.
Oh yeah. Stone Creek Hound Supply, a family-operated business, boasts over 50 years of involvement in hounds. For over 2 decades, they've been dedicated to supplying high-quality hound gear. Their reputation is founded on unparalleled quality and exceptional customer service. Crafted from U.S. source materials, Stone Creek clothing is meticulously manufactured right here in Pennsylvania. Through their commitment to excellence, many of their customers have become lifelong friends. I don't want to say like you don't get duds, but I'll reference Josh again. He said it. He's like, trying to find a walker dog that can tree a coon by itself is not hard to do.
Yeah.
He's like, now trying to find a dog that can compete at the upper levels, you're getting harder. But he's like finding a walker that can go tree a coon at a year and a half old. He goes, it's not hard at all.
Yeah, it's true there. It came a long ways.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hunting when I was 13, 14, and, a kid, and man, I had a bunch of junk. It just seemed like the walker dogs was just, there were some good ones, but like you said, it was hard to find one.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's so many good walker dogs, I think it'd be easy to find one, really.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about winning a truck, but finding a good one, I think it'd be easy to find.
Yeah. Finding one that can reliably just go tree coons.
Yeah.
Maybe not. And, then you're going to get, after you find one, you're going to get picky and try to find the right one that fits your style, but you can definitely find one that trees coons, that's for sure.
Yep, that's true.
Well, back when you got started, you said you had English crossed up dogs. What were they crossed with? Do you know?
I think a little bit of bird dog.
Okay. I was curious if they were crossed with another hound or something else.
I think bird dog, and they was smart. I was used to a dumb hound, and then I got these, and man, they was smart. They had a brain on them, and fine game, and did a good job on them, and easy to train. It was easy just to take them out there and learn something.
Yeah.
And the other dogs, they'd be 2 or 3 years old, and I treated 2 coons with this dog. He's 3 years old. It's time to move him on, but
yeah,
you didn't know that back then.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. Bird dog definitely adds some brain, adds some winding nose and speed to him.
Yeah,
that's becoming a big popular thing now, crossing them in for the squirrel hunts.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to try one. I never have tried one. Not in the squirrels. I tried it years ago, and I didn't know what kind of bird dog it was or anything. It's just a mixed up dog with bird dog in it and hound, and I looked like an English.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to try one of these bird dog crosses.
Mm-hmm. No, if you're going to competition hunt, it kind of seems like a good way to go. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Did you think of any of them stories?
No, I'm thinking about them. I tell you a story real quick about my old Jack dog was out of bird dog cross and Bruno cross or whatever else had in him. I hunted against a Grand Night champion blue tick, and the blue tick went up a holler and struck and ran, and my dog kind of went up a holler a little bit, come back, jumped up on the truck, and peed on the guy that I was hunting with. He was a real good rig dog. And then he jumped back down and went up the other side of the hill and treed, and he probably treed 50 yards from the truck and had a coon.
Nice.
And that blue dog was up there just boo-hooing around. And that guy got mad at me about that. But, it was...
Shocker.
It was, yeah.
That's funny.
Some of these dogs can do, and some of them ain't never going to do it,
Yep. We got anything else?
No, not right off the top of my head, I don't.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
I appreciate you getting with me.
Yep. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Tree Talking Media. And until next time, keep them talking in the timber.